Hey everyone, good morning, happy Sunday, and welcome to Baptiste Power Yoga Phoenix's Badass Baptiste Teacher of the Week series. I am really excited to introduce to everyone my good and dear friend Chris Byford. And Chris is going to be joining us here in a few minutes, all the way from Miami Beach, Florida.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome, man. Good to see you, brother.
It's really good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. I was just before you hopped on, I was just telling everyone a little bit about just you're from Miami, and then I saw you joined in, and didn't really get too much
Perfect.
further to say anything, but kind of how the flow goes is how I envision stuff. We just kind of talk a little bit, introduce you to our community, and then yeah, Chris, you're just going to take me and everyone else through 30 minutes ish of your expression of journey into power or whatever you want to throw down. There's no rules. It's whatever you feel like doing. Um, so yeah,
That's good. I'm not much for following rules.
yeah, me neither. Cool.
Yeah,
So
I think that's yeah. And man, it's great to see you. I feel like it's been a long time, but yeah. I'm in Miami Beach now. I've been here since January, but I was born and raised in Nashville. I did most of my teaching in Nashville. A bunch of different studios. I think I taught at 7 different studios at one point in Nashville, and was lead facilitator for Baptiste Power Yoga Nashville there, and led teacher development for Small World Yoga, and involved in other nonprofits, joined Forces Yoga, things like that, and moved to Miami in January just to take on a bigger challenge. Always teach my students to not get complacent and disrupt the drift and take on bigger things in their life and live the fullest expression they can. And so for me, it was taking on a bigger market, a new challenging thing where didn't have many connections. Of course, Waddy's here, Derek we all did level 2 together, right? But other than that, not having a lot of connections, but wanting to be near the beach and just create community and connection and broaden my horizons and take on something new. So right now I'm teaching at Green Monkey. So you can catch me at Green Monkey Yoga if you're ever in Miami Beach. It's definitely the best power yoga studio in South Florida, I'd say. And there's also we also have a great Baptiste studio in Fort Lauderdale, and of course Brandon just opened one up in Fort Myers. So there's a lot of great Baptiste yoga in South Florida. We're bringing 6 wheels to South Florida, whether they like it or not.
yeah.
And yeah,
Hopefully not this morning, bro. I don't have it in me.
that's always what you say until you do it. But yeah, so I'm like 2 months out of cancer surgery, and like I'm healing from surgery and looking at what healthy looks like living with cancer. And yeah, and when I first got sick and started taking all that stuff on, I thought, well, this is gonna. Well, at first I wanted to like fix it. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of cancer. I'm gonna be done with it. And I'll be back to where I was before. And it took me a little while and a lot of patience to get to the idea that I don't even want to get back to what it was before, and I can be healthy and have cancer and still kick ass. And it's nothing that's happening in my life is happening to me. It's all opportunity to happen for me. So I'm using all of those experiences and what I'm going through to create new avenues of connection and new mediums of expression to empower people. And so I'm super excited to connect with the Phoenix crew and other people around the country that are tuned in. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I appreciate you having me, man. Let's do this. Let's start off in toes pose.
Oh,
so,
he goes right
so
there.
toes curled under, hips on heels, and Uddiyana Bandha. Yeah. So core engaged. So a lot of times when you're in a pose like this and it's there's a strong physical sensation, we have a tendency to collapse around the sensation. But what we can do is have the sensation in our body and our feet and still be engaged. And still be engaged in your core, lifting through the back of your neck, and then creating more ease to the rest of your body. And then just gently close your eyes. And eyes closed, hands on your thighs. And bring your awareness to something that's going on in your life that's taking a lot of your energy. It's taking a lot of your attention. And gently just set that next to your mat. Just take it next to your mat. You don't have to get rid of it or ignore it. Just for these next 30 minutes, we're going to set it next to the mat. And in the space of that thing you removed, set an intention for this practice. How's this practice going to be impactful for you? And then how are you going to carry that impact out into the world? And take a deep breath in and empty it out. One more deep inhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Empty the air out. Now interlace your fingers. Press your knuckles towards the sky. Press your palms towards the sky. Yeah, really good. Now take a slight back bend. Add a little bit more into the toe stretch. Really good. And then bow forward over your thighs. Hands to the ground. Child's pose. Take your knees wide. And so you've already engaged bandhas. So we're going to move bandhas from here until Shavasana. And what I encourage you to do is be in the listening, because your power is always in your listening and not in your knowing. So all the poses I'm calling today, you'll know. But listen so you know how to get to them and how to be empowered in them. On your next exhale, walk your hands off the left side of your mat. So your right hand is on the ground, on the outside of your mat. And then stretch through the outer side body. From the right pinky finger to the right hip, extend. And then inhale into that space, into the obliques, to the ribs. And then exhale, draw your belly into your spine. One more inhale, lengthen. And on your exhale, walk your hands to the opposite side of the mat. And this time you'll be extending through your left pinky, yeah? And then grounding your left hip to your left heel. Just bringing awareness into the side body, bring breath into your side body. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale back to center. Downward facing dog, press your chest to your thighs. Step your feet to your hands, ragdoll. And two options here, movement. Yeah, you can use movement to create mobility, or you can use breath to melt into the edges. So it's your choice. You can move, do what you want, as long as your feet are perfect. You can twerk if you want. You're trying to get all the hits on this video, right? Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, melt your spine to the front of your mat. Release your hands to the front of your mat. Extended mountain pose, rise. Deep breath in. Hands to heart center. And we'll begin class with an Om. Take a deep inhale for Om. Deep breath in your nose. Empty it out of your mouth. Extended mountain pose, rise. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Low plank. Nice jump back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale out to a high plank. Low plank exhale. High plank inhale. Downward facing dog. High plank inhale. Low plank exhale. High plank inhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Look forward. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Breath in. Fold. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Low plank. Up dog. Press the floor away. Downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank. Low plank exhale. High plank. Downward facing dog. One more time, just like that. High plank, take a deep breath in. Low plank, clear the air. High plank. Downward facing dog. Lift your right foot to the sky, stack your hips, bend your knee, and take some big hip circles. There's some really big hip circles. Breath, ujjayi, so still measured breath. Bandha still present. Set your right foot to the floor, lift your left foot to the sky, stack, bend, and then rotate. Open your hip, move around. Just creating mobility and really creating awareness into the lower body. Set your left foot to the ground, take a deep breath in. Clear the air. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Show off that six pack, man. Halfway lift. Low plank. Quarantine six pack's like a one pack. Yeah. Upward facing dog. Breath in. Downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. And then as we move through practice, down dog would be an opportunity for you to explore or to build poses in that you want. Inversions, arm balances. One more inhale. Look forward. Move forward. Halfway up. Fold. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Full complete breaths. And so we're not rushing through this practice. We're completing each breath and we're completing each pose. One more round of breath. After your exhale, look forward, move forward. Halfway. Fold. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right foot to the sky, stack your hips, bend your knee. Fallen star. Sweep your right leg to the left side of your mat, in between your arm and your leg. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Hand to the sky. Ground through both of your feet in your right hand and rotate open through your hips. You really get cactus that arm. Nice, Brian. One more deep inhale. 3-legged dog. And then set your right foot to the floor. Inhale your left foot to the sky, stack, bend, and open. Fallen star, left side. And we're doing fallen star here just to get a little hip warm up because we're going to do dynamic sun Bs, and we're going to build the rest of the practice through sun salutation Ps. And so it's important to warm up our hips before we start to get into these big open hip poses like warrior 2 and triangle and half moon. Take one more big inhale. 3-legged dog as you exhale. Set your left foot to the ground. Look forward. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Chair pose. Curl your toes to your shin. Yeah. Extended mountain. Slight back bend. Forward fold or crow. Your choice, just for the breath. Just for the breath, yeah? If you're in the fold, halfway lift, and then everyone low plank. Yeah, crow is a transition piece. Up dog. Nice. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, right foot forward. Inhale. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, left foot forward. Breath in. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in your nose. Clear the air. 2 more breaths, however you want them. And now as we move through sun Bs, we'll be adding on. So remember your powers and your listening. One more inhale. Soften your knees. Float to your hands. Halfway up. Bow forward. Extended mountain. Chair pose. Engage your feet into the mat. Extended mountain. Slight back bend. Lift your chest to the sky. Forward fold or crow. Your choice. Halfway lift from the fold. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot to the front of your mat. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach your right hand to the sky. Low plank, both hands to the floor. Uddiyana Bandha into up dog. Keep the Bandha, downward facing dog. Dancing warrior, step your left foot to warrior one. Warrior two, open your hips and chest. Keep your hips low, peaceful warrior. Low plank. Exhale to the earth. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it go. You having fun yet?
Yes.
Yeah, find joy in the work. Yeah, and find fun in the challenge of it. Yeah, take another breath. Empty the air. Step or jump. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Low chair. Low ash chair. Yes. Nice, Brian. Extended mountain. Rise. Nice, dude.
Make shit
Back
up.
then. Forward folder crow. I love it. Halfway lift from the fold. Low plank everyone. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, step your right foot forward. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. 5 breaths. Energetically press your heels apart. So you're pressing your front heel to the front of your mat, your back heel to the back of your mat. And from that abduction, lift up belly to spine. Yeah, nice, Brian. Nice adjustment. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more. Full inhale. Side plank. Set your left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky. Lift your right foot to the sky. If you can't lift your right foot to the sky, then lift it to the ceiling. 3 more breaths. Lift your hips 2 more inches. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Draw your top knee into your chest. Crescent lunge. Step your foot forward. Nice transition, Brian.
Holy shit, dude.
It's a yoga fitness class, yeah?
Yeah.
Hands to the heart center. Take a breath in. Paridamanasana, twist to the right. Yeah. Draw your top shoulder blade to the left side of your mat. Open up your chest. Vision up. Vision up, yeah? Vision up. Deep breath. 3 more breaths. And this is where you find mental and emotional peace, calmness, yeah? 1 more deep inhale. Rotate your left ribs to the ceiling. Crescent lunge, hands to the sky. Take your left hand, bend it behind you, pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job, Brian. Yeah, really good. Now, left arm under right arm, eagle arm wrap. Take a deep inhale. Explode into eagle. Explode your left knee to the sky. Yes, and get your Garudasana leg wrap. 5 breaths. 4. 3.
Where'd you learn to count?
2. This is my breath, not your breath. 1 more inhale. Unbind your hands to the sky. Lift your left knee to the sky. Standing leg raise. Capture your knee or foot. Open it to the left side of your room. Hey, man, I've got a brain injury. So, like, time and numbers mean different things to me.
Oh, God. I love you.
4 more breaths. And all that means is more opportunity for you to find something in the pose. And if you're in the pose waiting for it to be over, it's already over. It's over as soon as you're thinking about it being over, yeah? Take one more inhale. Draw your knee to center. Airplane. You find extension. Don't worry about how high your left leg's lifted, but how straight you can create your legs, how straight you can create your spine. And activate. Draw into the center of your body, Uddiyana Bandha, and then press out through both heels, through both hands. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Half moon. And I'm sure the soleus, the little muscle around your Achilles, is talking to you. Yeah, and just drown it out with breath. All that means is the yoga's working. That's the magic happening in your body, yeah? It's when the muscles are talking to you, they're saying, thank you so much. You're doing something amazing for me. Yeah. Rotate your left inner thigh to the ceiling. Press your right thigh to the left side of your mat. So you're creating an opening from your pelvis, yeah? Take 1 more inhale. Step back, warrior 2. And create your warrior 2 feet. Be a warrior, not a warrior. Peaceful warrior. Triangle pose. Straighten your lead leg. 3 points of contact. 2 feet, 1 hand. Vision up to your left thumb. Now draw your left hip towards the right side of the room. Lift your left arch towards the ceiling. 3 more breaths to create. To find something for you in this practice and to make it line up with your intention for the practice. We set an intention at the beginning of the practice, and a lot of time we just lose it. And we can use our intention as an energetic and focal anchor. And so doubt comes in, struggle comes in, and our intention gets us through. Side facing, wide leg, forward fold. And an opportunity to invert here. If you want a skandasana, you can do that. You can also just fold and get that amazing stretch up to the piriformis, to the back of the thighs. Yeah, go for it, Brian. 3 more breaths. 2. 1 more full inhale. Fold into the exhale. Release your hands to the mat. Walk yourself out to a flat back. Hands to your hips. Slowly come up to standing. Pyramid. Turn your right foot to 12 o'clock. Split the distance and double the width of your left foot. Yep. Now fold over your right femur. And your option of what you want to do with your hands, but active through your heels. Ground your heels into your mat so you press your buttocks towards the back of your mat. And if your hands easily come to the mat, you can turn your fingers towards the back of your mat and start to walk your hands back. Yeah, like that. Get into that left hammy a little bit deeper. 1 more deep inhale. Twisting triangle, right hand to the sky. And right hand more over your head than your chest. So you're getting the twist into the thoracic spine. Now draw your right hip towards the back of your mat. Extend the crown of your head to the front of your mat. My most and least favorite pose right here, you guys. It's like a pepper grinder. 2 halves of your body twisted in opposite directions. But it gets a part of your body that you don't normally get to access. All up to the IT band, into the glute medius. Take 1 more full inhale. Look and reach to the sky. Low plank. Move to the vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, left foot forward. And don't worry, we'll hold extended side angle so you can rest. Yeah. Warrior 2 on your exhale. Peaceful warrior, extended side angle. And for me, the difference in a 30-minute class and a longer class is we do less holding and down dog. And so it's like, how can I find home base in an activated pose? In a pose that requires more of me physically. Can I still access that mental home space, that space between breaths, between stimulus and response, and space in between the bones and the joints. Take 1 more full inhale. Side plank, right hand to the ground. left hand to the sky, rotate open. And then maybe lift your left foot, and then drop the maybe and lift your left foot.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to lift your left foot, then lift your left foot, and then lift your hips 3 more inches. And if you can lift it 3, then you can lift it 5, is my theory. Like if you can go 2 inches, and you can go like 10. Really good. 2 more deep breaths. Remember, ujjayi to fuel your practice, to anchor your attention. On your next inhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Crescent lunge. You said 30-ish minutes.
Yeah.
You talked for 6 of them, so we're going with the 30. We got 10 minutes, bro. Revolve crescent twist to the left. Go for it, man. If you want to fly your arms, or you want to half bind, you want to create an expression of this. A lot of time to come into suffering, we have to move into creation. And so we're not feeling like we're stuck, feeling like we have to suffer. We can move into that space of creating our well-being, creating asana. Take one more inhale. Twist your chest to the sky. Crescent lunge. Right arm under left arm. Eagle wrap. Deep breath in. Drive your right knee to the sky. Eagle leg wrap. Well deserved practice. This is what you need, yeah? If it wasn't, then you wouldn't be here. And you're right where you're supposed to be, doing the thing you're supposed to do. Take one more breath. Unbind your hands to the sky. Right knee to the sky. Capture your knee or foot, standing leg raise. And this is like how I practice outside. You know, like we can't get in the hot studio right now, but I can stand out in the 80-degree sun and get my sweat on and feel the sun empowering me, feel my breath powering me. I know that everything's working for me, yeah? Take one more inhale. Draw your knee to center. Airplane. From the core out, yeah, from the center of your body, the center of your being, you draw in and then express out. And whatever it looks like for you right now. Can you create one line from your right heel through the crown of your head? Take 2 more deep breaths. On your next exhale, half moon. Press your left thigh to the right side of your mat. Rotate your inner right thigh to the sky. Those 2 cues have shifted half moon for me in such a way. I used to try to move it from my chest. Warrior 2, step back. Peaceful warrior. Triangle. Welcome, Brandon. Nice to have you on, buddy. Hope you're well. Full breaths in. Engage your feet into your mat. Yeah, so toes curled, but all 4 points of your feet engaged into your mat. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhale. Twist into the exhale. Come up to standing. Pyramid. Step your right foot up and out. Fold over your left leg. That's a lot of stockings you got, bro. That looks nice, man. Is that for geometry, or is that? Did you have more dogs now?
Dogs mostly, yeah.
Okay. I love it.
No kids.
I love it. Same here. I love it. Press your feet through the floor. So it's like someone has a rope around your waist and is drawing your hips to the back of your mat. Remember at level 1, yeah, and someone stood behind you and just grabbed you by the waist and yanked you back? That was amazing. Can't wait to be able to assist again. Yeah. Twisting triangle. Right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky. Vision to your left thumb. And see your left thumb and your right eyeball. Now draw your left hip to the back of your mat. Use your right or your left heel to draw your left heel or left hip to the back of your mat. 2 more deep breaths in the twist. 1 more full breath. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your legs through your arms. Set up for wheel. And so the way we're going to do wheel is this. We're going to do 5 wheel push-ups. So you're going to go up on an inhale, down on an exhale, and on the 5th push-up, we're going to hold it for a 5 count. So if you can't do wheel, then just do wheel. And if you don't do wheel, then today we do wheel. Yeah, set up and go up. This is it. This is your chance. Inhale, rise up for 1. Exhale, right back down. No time for complacency. Inhale, up for 2. No time to think about it. Just begin action around it. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, up for 3. Exhale to the floor. Doing great, Brian. Inhale, up for 4. Exhale to the floor. And this is it. Number 5, look alive. Inhale, rise up. You got this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles touch. If you have a block and you want to put it under your tailbone, this is an amazing hip opener. Let gravity do the work. And deep breaths, yeah. Acknowledge yourself. For me, Supta Baddha, anytime I hit it, is always a pose of acknowledgement. Because you usually hit it like post something challenging, like right after wheels, right before Shavasana. Happy baby. This is the appropriate camera angle for happy baby. For sure. A lot of times when I'm teaching on Zoom, I'm like, that's not the best camera angle for this. You were not thinking. Now, reclined half pigeon on the right, drop your left foot to the ground, right ankle across your left thigh. And if you want to activate this by grabbing your left thigh, you can. You can also grab your left shin. Just make sure your head, your shoulders, lower back are all on the mat. Use your right elbow to press your right thigh away from you. And deep breaths, really oxygenating your blood. And when we come against tension, when we come up against resistance, instead of fighting it, instead of running from it, melting the resistance with our presence, with our breath. Switch sides. So I've got the 3 A's of transformation, yeah? It's acknowledgement, acceptance, and action. So when we come up against resistance or some disturbance, conflict, it's just a signal for an opportunity for growth. Our greatest areas of resistance are our greatest opportunities for growth. So if we can acknowledge it, whatever it is, accept it, and we set the platform for taking action around it. Waterfall, extend your feet to the sky. And that there's no action without acknowledgement and acceptance. And then we're just running around and sending our energy in multiple directions, spinning our wheels. And every time we come back to that thing that's causing us discomfort, trouble, it's the same. Drop your left leg to the ground, bend your right knee, supine twist. Deep breaths. With each exhale, see if you can find a little bit more into the twist. Switch legs. And this is like the just rewards, you know. And teaching in Miami is like super fitness oriented. There's a lot of people that leave at this part of class even. So it's like, but this is like every breath, every pose, every ounce of effort we give is for this part of the practice to calm the central nervous system, to set ourselves up for Shavasana. Supta Baddha Konasana. This whole practice, every minute of it, has been to prepare us for what's next. Shavasana. hmm These few moments that we're allowed to just be with ourselves, like wholly being with yourself, with your breath, being with each muscle in your body, releasing each muscle in your body to your mat. Release each muscle and breath and feeling into your mat. Nothing to hold on to. Nothing to change. Just the continuous practice of letting go. And take a deep breath in your nose and empty it out of your mouth. And your next inhale, extend your arms overhead. Big Sunday morning stretch, opening up the possibility to the rest of your day. Draw your knees into your chest, gently roll to your right. An opportunity for acknowledgement here. Acknowledge someone in your life that made this practice possible for you. Send that acknowledgement out. And then as you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. Hands to Anjali Mudra. And we'll end as we began with an Om. Take a deep inhale for Om. Deep breath in your nose. Empty it out of your mouth. Bring your thumb knuckles to third eye center. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and with each other. Together we bow and say, Namaste.
Namaste.
Great work, you guys.
Woo!
Great job, Timo and Brian. Awesome work, man. Boom, 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 boom. Good work, you guys.
Oh, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for bringing me into the community again and letting me be a part of it.
Oh my gosh, bro. Let me tell you, that was, just makes sense, like the longest 30 minutes and the shortest 30 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Follow Chris on Instagram. If you just want to see beach pictures and yoga and drinking, this is the dude you want to follow. This is the guy.
That's my life, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys once again, and thank you, Brian, for inviting me, man, and I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday.
Yeah, and just can you remind everyone again where do you teach? They can find you online, teaching online and stuff.
Yeah, Chris Byford Yoga online. You can also find me at chrisbyford.com. Green Monkey Yoga and if you ever want to hop on a Green Monkey class, online drop-ins are $10. I teach Tuesday and Thursday morning at 7:30. So that'd be an early class for you guys.
Yeah. Love you. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And Chris, we wish you the best in your recovery. And
thanks, guys.